Hi, my name is Allison Cooper. I am the STEM program manager, and I am the program delivery partner for the FIRST in Alaska. And I am here to do a little bit of coach training. So welcome to the masterpiece season for FIRST LEGO League. If you are a brand new coach, welcome to what I think is the coolest thing you can be doing. So we're going to get going and move right along here. All right, so first, we're going to talk about the FIRST mission. We're trying to reach kids basically from kindergarten to 12th grade. And so we have programs covering all of that range. We at JEDC in Alaska here, we have FIRST LEGO League Explore, FIRST LEGO League Challenge, which is the program that we're dealing with today. And we have FIRST Tech Challenge. We have one FRC team in the state, and they go outside to compete. Okay, I'm not going to play this video for you. If you have not seen it, I would recommend you stop right now and go find it on YouTube. It is a good overview, but 3 minutes, 45 seconds. And it'll give you a really good flavor of what FIRST LEGO League is about. It covers all the ages. So discover, explore, and challenge, but it'll give you a good idea of what this thing is that you're looking at doing, and what the kids get out of it, what it's about. Okay, so what is FIRST? Acronym. It is the leading youth-serving nonprofit advancing STEM education. It actually is a lot more than that, but we'll leave it right there for now. And then different grades. So we go all the way to 12th grade. This program you're talking about here, 4th to 8th graders. All right. Why are we doing this? Well, what JDC does is because part of what we are involved with is talent development. And the kids that we're working with, this is our future talent. So kids that are good at problem solving and at thinking outside the box and at these skills that you see in front of you, these are the future of Alaska. And this is what we want to develop. Well, this program does all these things. And it's really amazing to watch. I've been a coach for 16 years. And I get to see the kids do these things. And some of these are more in the high school program. But amazingly, some of our younger kids get to do this. I had an FLL challenge team a few years ago that wrote an app for a phone. It's just all kinds of things that our kids figure out how to do in this program. Okay, this is what it looks like. We are statewide. North Slope teams, we just started a whole bunch in Bristol Bay. Bethel's got a huge presence. Southeast, Anchorage, Fairbanks, they're just all over the place. So we have 3 awesome statewide sponsors: Alaska Airlines, Alaska 529, and GCI. So that's what the statewide program looks like. All right, we're looking at FIRST LEGO League. So FIRST LEGO League Challenge in particular, and here are the 3 divisions of FIRST LEGO League. FIRST LEGO League Challenge is kind of, these are the sorts of things you'll see. And this is what it looks like. So grades 4 to 8, 2 to 10 members. So it can be as small as 2, but if you get over 10, you're looking at another team. It launches, game releases in August. The tournaments are in December and January. And there's a qualifying tournament. They're scattered all over the place. And then teams are selected to advance from there. And all 4 of these items are equally weighted for the advancement. And we'll talk about tournaments and all of that stuff later. All right, this is huge. This is what sets this program apart from so many other things. We live by our core values. We really do. These are the things that we do every day. All the volunteers, all the kids, parents, we're all expected to live by core values. What does this look like? First tournament I ever went to, team dropped a robot. oh no, never drop the robot. People scramble helping them to put that guy back together. That's what happens. Somebody needs something, everybody runs around to try to help them. That is the whole spirit of FIRST and how it works. And we have this thing called gracious professionalism. It's a first term coined by an MIT guy, Woody Flowers. And so we're, a lot of words here because we can't really define it. It's sort of one of those things that kind of means different things to different people. But in essence, it's kind of good sportsmanship on steroids. Compete like crazy, work really hard, do your best, try to win, but treat everybody really well. So, try to win, but only if that's because your best is better than their best, not because their robot's broken. That's not okay. That's no fun. So we try to help each other out. And I look at this and man, if the world worked like this all the time, if all of these FIRST alumni in the world, taught everyone else, what a great place it would be to work, right? I forget when I go out into people who aren't FIRST, and it's just a different kind of people. So this is the community of people that you're stepping into when you become a FIRST Legally coach. Okay, so here's the thing. It is much more important to me that I show you how to find what you need than that I just tell you stuff about FIRST Legally. Your kids need that as well. You're trying to help them figure out how to solve problems using resources. And so you have the opportunity to model that. FIRST Legal League has come up with really good resources, really usable, really helpful for kids. They can use them well. And so I would highly recommend that you take these websites, like particularly the FIRST website, and bookmark that guy, because almost everything you need is going to be right there. It was brought back to my attention because in the last few days I've had, the last 3 people that have called to ask me questions. It's questions that they can very easily answer in the resources that FIRST has given us. And I don't mind answering questions at all. I love to talk to coaches. But what it reiterated to me was that those guys wasted their own time hunting for and worrying about the fact they didn't know the answer, when in probably 30 seconds they could have found it if I had maybe done a better job of pointing them to the resources. So I'm going to focus more today on helping you find the resources you need to answer questions and to know what you need to do. And so that is kind of the goal of the training. All right, resources. So we have a number of resources, and we're going to get those a little better later. But FIRST is going to send you a bunch of books. Team meeting guide, robot game rule book. Book you will come to love, hopefully. It's actually very well done. Your kids can use that, and it's written for them. So the books. Email, Team Blast from FLL. So watch those, they're very helpful. There's also specific email that's going to come from me to help you out. There are websites, the one I just showed you, firstinspires.org. Go find those season resources, bookmark that. It's got all kinds of stuff. It's got all those books. They're on that website as well, and so many other things on there that will help you out. Season updates, when they make little changes, or it's not usually so much changes as clarifications, things that will help you out. There's updates, your dashboard, which we'll show you later, but you log in to firstinspires.org and you can see your team. And that's how you get your kids registered. That's how you get yourself through the youth protection program in the system there. And then in the JEDC website, jedc.org/FIRST in Alaska, They have some recommended resources on their first Lego League. So some things that are like, these are really helpful. Season updates, that's where I try to keep the latest and greatest info. And sometimes that is very up to date and sometimes it is not. So I'm working on that. Calendar, you can look in the calendar and find out when your tournament and where your tournament is going to be. Programming app tutorials. So if you use a Spike Prime robot, that guy, the new one, in the app itself, there's some programming tutorials and stuff in there. EV3 had the same thing. Facebook groups. I don't know if you're a Facebook person, but there's a couple of Facebook groups are super helpful. We have our First in Alaska coaches, and that one can be helpful for local things like, hey, does anyone have a, hey, does anybody know, but some things that are local. But the FLL Challenge Share and Learn, I bolded it for a reason. I love that one. People ask questions. Some of them are very technical. Some of them are just super basic. The way that they are answered is the essence of first and gracious professionalism. And the idea that we aren't the experts. Coaches aren't the ones that are supposed to answer all the questions. Go find the reference. And so the question would be like, can you do this? And the answer will be, go look at page 28, rule 14, and see what you think, and have your kids look at what they think after they read that. And they'll point to it, and they're not dodging it, but they're pointing your kids to the resources that will answer their question for them. So that kind of stuff. There's also tons of surveys on there. So teams doing innovation projects will pop their survey on there to ask questions and get some feedback for their project. But there's so much stuff on there that's really, really helpful. Other coaches can be great resources too. If you need some help, let me know and I'll connect you with someone. There is bound to be someone nearby, or at least that can Zoom with you and help you out. And then First in Alaska, give us a shout. I tell you what, my cell phone is always on. Shoot me a text, shoot me an email, ask me a question. I know that your practices aren't 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, probably, or they might be. But if they aren't, that's why I have my phone. Shoot me a text and say, hey, you got a minute? We got a question that just popped up. And I'm good. I FaceTimed somebody the other day. We can do that. Just let me know. I don't stay in the dark, okay? So those are the things. And then Wendy Bryden is actually our first senior mentor. And she lives in Moose Pass. She's awesome. And there is her email address. And she is eager to help out as well and has many years of being a coach. And she can help you out. All right. And so next up, we're going to talk about tournaments, because I figured if we understand where we're headed, then we can know how to get ready for them. So we'll talk about tournaments next. And then we'll have a module on team management. What do I do with these guys? How am I supposed to do this? We'll have a module about the robot game. We'll have a module on the innovation project. There's a topic. And then we're going to have one last module on resources and wrap some things up. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. And my favorite quote right here. There we go. And I will hope to see you at your qualifier.